Hello anybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode, we met Link. Actually, no, that was just an Easter egg. In reality, we got Geno, we saved Rosetown, we stopped Bowyer, and we found out our mission to save the star pieces to save the world. Because we need to get the star pieces to repair the Star Road in order so people's wishes can come true. But we're not going to really do that in this episode. Today, we're going to be taking care of a little few, side areas and quests and things we can do now that we're here. First things first, we're going to be going back to Tadpole Pond, just to kind of show off the Toadofsky thing that I kind of neglected to show off a little bit earlier. So we come in here, and we're going to not talk to that tadpole. We are going to come to Melody Bay, where we learned that we can do, all the music and whatever, and there's this toad here. He's like, I am the composer, Tadofsky. I am trying to create my next masterpiece, but I've got composer's block. You want a music lesson from moi? I don't know why that was French, but because Ofsky is a pretty Russian name, I'm pretty sure. Let's start by reading notes. See the 5 lines? Between the second and third lines from the top lies do. Keep going up and the notes are do, re, mi. Go down and you'll get do, ti, la, so, fa. You're on your way to composing. So this is actually kind of quite a tricky thing to do here. If you're not naturally, if you're not a good person with music like I am, you might actually have a bit of trouble with this. But yeah, you're gonna talk to this tadpole and he's like, I've got a dream of becoming a composer. I want to be as famous as Tadofsky. My favorite song? It's Frogfish's Suite Number 18. So la mi. I can't read that in music terms. So la mi, re do, re. Tadofsky's fond of it too. So yeah, so la mi. So you need to remember that for the thing in the other room. So yeah. And now here comes the fun part, is actually putting this thing together. So la mi is going to be, so do is right there in the middle. And sofa, li sofa. I remember, li sofa. Wait, I have to leave. Because, no, I didn't mean to do that. Well, now we're gonna hop to the end, because this is not what we wanted to do. Oh boy, this is gonna be really bad. Well, here's also a good opportunity to show off that if you mess up on this, it will actually save the notes that you got right for any given song. Is that something you composed? No, that's not the right melody. And it's nice that it actually saves the notes that you need. So let's just check that again really quick, because he'll skip right to the end and say so la mi. So la mi. Mi is at the top. So la. La so fa. La so fa are the bottom 3, and so la is going to be... By the way, if I don't get this, I'll just edit ahead to when I do get it, because otherwise this would be really painful to watch. So la mi. And then we want to go on to that line up there. And this will actually finish up our song. And this should be right. Yep. That one was one of the easier ones, because they just tell you all the notes. They're gonna get harder. There are 3 songs in total in the game that you'll need to do. That's it! This is the melody I've been looking for. Thank you for the inspiration. Please take this as a token of my gratitude. And for that we get our alto card, an alto card. If I ever need help with my compositions again, I'll look for you here. Until then, adieu. Man, I probably made some wrong accent and would probably have offended somebody if they watched it, maybe. No, people are usually pretty lenient about that stuff from what I've seen. Well, I'm not gonna get into that because I'm already putting my foot in my mouth too much. Let's just show off what the alto card does. We use the alto card, and it actually, all it does is it puts the elixir on the menu. And that, like the froggy drink, where heals your whole party for 80 HP. You really don't need that. You really don't, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, I'm not even gonna really buy another one, because even though we used our froggy drinks against Boyer, we got a free one. But we are gonna be going to a new area that's actually entirely optional, and that is the pipe vault. There's just this pipe sitting out in the middle of nowhere by itself. And in this area, we're gonna get to do kind of a platforming challenge. There's actually not that many of these in the game, but those that are here are, well, they're here. We'll also get to see a little more of Gino. Sparkies are very weak enemies. I say that as one survives, but they're actually fairly easy to take care of. And they give you defense up flowers, so that's nice. They do hit kind of hard though, so I guess they're not as weak as I thought. Maybe it's just because now I'm remembering they're not that hard to deal with later on, but at this point in the game, they're kind of resistant to magic, so that's good to know. Even though I already practiced this area, I guess I forgot that little tidbit. These enemies will actually be appearing in the next area, and they won't be as bad to deal with. Or I guess they will be, because we're not going to be seeing that big of an increase in our stats, but we do need to kind of presumably get an equipment upgrade. We'll be getting one of those soon. Just not here. Now that we've taken care of that, we'll be able to platform across to the other side. Let's check out our stats real quick. Gino kind of took a hard hit there, so let's heal him up. Now, there are actually old areas from the first area in this dungeon, this little semi-dungeon, and here you have to get up these stairs without getting hit by the thwomp or when it pounds down. Otherwise, you'll get stuck into a fight with some Goombas. They're not special, they're just a bunch of Goombas. All the first area type enemies you're going to be dealing with from like Mushroom Way and Bandit's Way aren't going to be anything major to deal with. If you stand here, you can get hit by the thwomp and slide slowly down the stairs. Fun times. And taking care of that, we are just going to also not fight this Goomba. Alrighty, now that we took care of that Goomba, we're also going to be showing off a Piranha Plant. Piranha Plants are, that was a unique enemy. That was a Shy Ranger. They are they're not particularly rare enemies. When you fight Piranha Plants down here in the Pipe Vault, there are good odds you'll see the Shy Ranger, but even with end game stats, it will usually be able to run away before you're able to do anything about it. Only Gino with a specific item at like max level will be able to outpace him. Now, are we going to get to see this Scrodust and the effect of Scrodust? And Mal's a Scarecrow. The implications are terrifying. Getting turned into a Scarecrow actually isn't that bad for Mallow, though, because all it means is that he can't use his physical attacks or items. He can, however, defend and use magic, so that's all that really matters for him. Now that we've taken care of that, all the unique new fights in this area, we kind of want to check this area for some unique things. Now here we have a room that might be similar to you if you've played Super Mario Bros. 1, where there is this little passage under the way that's a little too tight for you to get past. And what you need to do here is you need to run. Wait, not like that. Well, first things first, before we go through there, you want to hit that platform there and kind of jump around here, because there are not one, but 2 hidden blocks with frog coins that you can get and a flower up there that are all worth getting. What you need to do to get that frog coin, though, is run right and then press down right at the end. That's the only time in the game you can do that, and it's only for that moment, just kind of an acute homage to the first game. And here we actually have a minigame with a mole. A mole. I might step right up. 10 coins to do some Goomba thumping. How about it? Yeah, sure, why not? Now here we have a particularly frustrating minigame, and I sure do know the rules. It's easier if you stand in the middle. And this is actually a game that kind of emphasizes how not great the controls in this game are, especially with the perspective that it deals with. Gold Goombas get 3 points, normal Goombas only get 1 point, and you want to get like 20 points in order to get like your reward. And oh god, I'm just not doing well. Now the trick to this game is to kind of stay in the middle when you get the opportunity, because from there you get the easiest jumps. And of course, of those jumps, the jumps to the left and right are easiest to gauge, because the jumps up and down require you to rely on depth. And this game does not have great depth. For all it does right, it does have pretty bad depth. And I'm going to fail, aren't I? No, I got 20. Is that enough? That was some thumping. And now he's Texan. I'm going to stick with it. Here's a prize. Next time, try and get 22 points. Now, this is kind of a trick to this game, is no matter what score you get, 20 or over, the next high score you need to beat is 2 points more than that, so you don't want to do your best. I'm going to do this again and skip ahead to when I get 22 points. And there we go. We actually got ourselves up to 23 points, and for our troubles, we actually get a flower jar. Now, successive wins of this game, I think, gets you a rock candy, which is an item which does a lot of damage to all the enemies on the screen. And we're just going to use that flower box we got from Bowyer and the jar right there just to boost up our flowers. But yeah, the rock candy item does a lot of damage to enemies. I think that's what you get from this guy, but it's not worth continually beating your high score by like 2 points every time. It's just too frustrating of a minigame. I failed like 3 times in the process of doing that. So now that we've done basically everything there is to do in the pipe vault when dealing with that stuff, we are just going to keep going on through this platforming challenge with battles interspersed. Those nippers, if they hit you, will do about... well, they won't do any damage to you. You don't gotta fight them, but they will knock a couple coins out of you. Exactly 2 per hit. And will that happen here? And here they kind of have a precarious treasure chest. And that wasn't fun. The red pipes are, well, they're more like pots. Don't go anywhere, so they're never pipes. So you're pretty secure in that knowledge. And now that we've come over here, we are in a new place. First things first, we are going to get that hidden treasure chest. We're gonna save, and what's it gonna prove where we are? We're on Yoshis Isle. What is Yoshis Isle? It's an island full of Yoshis. Yes, Yoshis. Pink Yoshis and yellow Yoshis and racing Yoshis and cool Yoshis and yellow Yoshis and Yoshi eggs and mailboxes. And what's in this mailbox? There's a letter inside. What's it say? Honeymoon reservations for 2, Mushroom Travel Agency. Wonder who that could be for. And Green Yoshi.
Mario, glad you finally made it to Yoshis Isle, home of the Mushroom Derby. Say, now that you're here, we could use your help. Please talk to a few of my pals here and... What? You can't understand them? Well, hop aboard and I'll be your interpreter.
So this is the only section in the game where there are Yoshis, and they are adorable. And you can ride on a Yoshi, and he kind of shuffles his feet from side to side. It's kind of funny looking. Also, this is a terrifying picture if you kind of stay on that. Look at Mario's eyes. That's horrifying. So let's talk around.
What? Are you cracked? Racing's my life. I could run all day.
And these Yoshis apparently hang out on Yoshis Island and race.
Boshi here is the fastest runner, but he's full of himself. Hey Yoshi, think you can beat the old Boshi today?
Of course I can.
Here, take my cookies. Good luck, I'm rooting for you.
So in addition to racing, they also have an illicit cookie gambling ring that we kind of need to take down.
Thanks. I've got major support on my side, so I can probably...
I don't know what Yoshi's voice is. I'm sorry.
Boshi only races one-on-one, so everyone can't join us. Bummer.
So there's also this problem where all the Yoshis want to race together, but this guy is like, nope. What do you have to say?
It would be so much better if we could all race together.
So let's see what your deal is. So, you brought the cookies. All right. Consider yourself lucky today. You've got yourself a race, one-on-one. So we're gonna race him. Hi, Toad.
Hello again. Get ready, the Mushroom Derby is coming up. Want instructions?
No thanks, even though this is a very hard event, action event in the game, I'll probably have to be quiet for it. You have to alternate A and B in sequence with the rhythm of the music. And that's like the... This is as easy as it gets, man! So this is very, very precise, and I have to listen mostly for this one. And if you screw up, Yoshi will start jumping. You want to kind of go off the basic beat, so you'll always kind of be mashing the buttons at the same rhythm. You can also eat cookies to kind of cheat and get ahead if you're in a little bit of a pinch. And did we lose? Did we win? I think we lost. Come back when you're serious. Now, I think those cookies there belong to me. Well, we lost. Let's try that again.
Looks like I need a little more practice. Oh well, let's try it again sometime.
I don't know why Yoshi kind of sounds like Toad, but sorry. I know I shouldn't have done that because Toad's a jerk. What are you looking at? If you want to challenge me, you have to bring cookies. And the only place you can get cookies from right now is from this guy. And yeah, we're gonna, give me those cookies, I'm gonna try that again. No, Yoshi, stop jumping. Jumping is when you're screwing up. Oh, now I'm getting the rhythm down. This is embarrassing. Come on, Yoshi. Come on, I don't even need any cookies. Oh, screw it, I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Yes! I don't even care that I cheated at the end there because I wasn't gonna lose again.
Wow, unbelievable. You just beat Bossy. Starting today, Yoshi's the new boss around here.
Since when have you been able to sprint like that? Oh, well, I had my day in the sun. Now let me give you a tip. Race someone slow. That way you'll be able to stash away the cookies.
But we don't need a boss. Anyway, I just want to race. Come on, Boshi, let's see what you're made of.
Alright, just stay out of my way. Oh, here's the cookie stash for the winner. And that concludes this story arc of the game.
Thanks to you, Mario, I finally beat that rascal, and we can all race together now. Here's something to remember me by.
And we got a Yoshi cookie.
Next time you're in trouble during battle, use this to give me a call.
So yeah, basically for all of our troubles and time here, we got the Yoshi cookie consumable item. We got 3 of them actually, and with that we can summon, it's the only summoning item in the game, lets us summon Yoshi during battle, and sometimes he can one-hit KO enemies. But we're not going to be seeing Yoshi outside of that anymore, because as said, this closes off this story arc of the game. We're never going to see the Yoshis again, or we might. If you want, you can actually race the Yoshis in like 4 Yoshi derbies, and it's harder, but all you get out of it is Yoshi cookies, so I don't really worry about it. And there's a point in the game where you can just get free Yoshi cookies, so whatever. With that, we are leaving that behind, and we are saying goodbye to this part of the continent, and in the next episode, we are going to be heading on over to the next area of the game, Moleville, as you can see in this continent here. So if you want to see that, then I just hope to see somebody in the next one. Bye-bye!